Hey guys, how's it going? Raphael Minarski here, and in this video I'm going to be providing my Ethereum price prediction for 2021, and I'm also going to walk you through my methodology, how I arrived at that price, and I'm going to explain exactly why I'm using this methodology. I'm going to explain the pros of it and the cons of it. So let's get right into it. So basically, the price of Ethereum, if you ask 100 people, they're going to give you 100 different answers. And the reason is because cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are not like stocks and bonds. Like a bond, you can just use a formula to price it, or a stock, you can use a discounted cash flow analysis to find the price of a stock. Well, with cryptocurrency, it's not really the same as those types of assets. There's no real methodology that anyone agrees upon when it comes to valuing these currencies. You basically just have a faith in the underlying technology, the blockchain, and then you just hope that in the future it's worth more than it is today. That being said, past performance is not an indicator of future performance, and so I caution you against using past performance to forecast. That being said, I'm going to go exactly against my own advice right now, and I'm going to do exactly what I'm telling you not to do, and that is I'm going to use past performance to forecast into the future. So to give you an idea of my methodology, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to download historical price data dating as far back as I can. Then what I'm going to do is, using that data, I'm going to calculate the average daily return. So on average, how much does the price of Ethereum change per day in the data, going back as far back as I can. And then once I've calculated that number, I can use it to forecast into the future. I can say, okay, if for the last 5 years it's increased an average of 1% a day, then for the next year it'll increase for 1% a day, and then I can arrive at a number, which I'll share with you at the end of the video. But before I get into that, I want to encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It's relatively new. I'm posting a lot of videos about cryptocurrencies now, and more videos to come about personal finance specifically. I read all of the comments, and the best comments I pin to the top. So if you want me to read your comment and pin it to the top, please comment in the comment section below. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to walk you through my methodology for forecasting or predicting the price of Ethereum in 2021. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. So you should be able to see my screen. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to find the price data that I need. So to find the price data, I just search Ethereum price data, and that'll show me a bunch of results. The result that I want is the finance.yahoo one. So you can see here it has prices for the Ethereum US dollar pair, and today it is $583. It's down 0.69%. And then right here I can see for the time period, this is December 14, 19 to December 14, 2020. So it's 1 year worth of price data. Now, because I want to be as accurate as possible, I need to go back as far as possible. So I want not 1 day, 5 days, 3 months, 6 months. I want all of the data that's available. So that'll take us back to 2015. I want to see historical prices per day. And I can see here in the data I have date, today's date, the open price, the high price of the day, the low price of the day, the closing price of the day, the adjusted closing price, and then volume. So once I've got the date range set correct and the data that I want, I click download right here, and then I save this file to my computer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this file into a spreadsheet, because it's going to allow me to do a bunch of calculations on it, including forecasting. So I'm going to open this file now in Google Sheets, and the first thing you'll see is that there's all those columns that we had previously. I want to clean the sheet up, because really I don't need so much information about the price. I just need one price per day, and as long as I use the same column, it'll generally give me the same results. So I'm going to add a couple columns here, and I'm going to hide the high, the low, the open, the adjusted close, and the volume. So I'm going to hide these, hide columns. So now all I have is the date and then the price in US dollars on that date, and I can see that's from 2015 all the way to 2020, 12, 14. Today is December 14, 2020. Now, because I'm forecasting into the future, I need to add some rows down here, and I want to go all the way to 2022. That's just over a year from today. So I'm going to add about 400 more rows. And I'm going to add dates for those rows that I just added. And 2022 is right here, so I don't need all of this. So here's 2022, January 1st, 2022. And I'm going to be filling all of these cells with values once we calculate the average daily change. So now we want to create a section at the top where we actually do the calculations. So we've got the date, the price, the closing price on that day, and what we want to calculate is the change from the previous day. So for the first day, it's going to be blank, but for the second day, it'll just be that day's price minus the previous price. That'll give them the change. And yeah, sure, I'll autofill that. And now we calculate change percentage, which is just this value over this. And yeah, we can autofill those. These are all percents. Everything now. And we don't need this. We don't need this data. Control Shift down. We don't need that. So I'm going to clean it up. Okay, so what I've calculated now is we've got the price data, we calculated the change in dollars, and then we calculated the change in percent. So now we can actually use a formula called the average daily change percent, standard deviation to give us an idea of how much risk is associated with it, max daily change percent, min daily change percent. And this is where we're going to do all of our calculations. So the average daily change is just going to be average of all of these values. I don't want to autofill that. Standard deviation is going to be different. Standard deviation is this. Max daily change, so the highest value. Oh, there was a problem. Okay, I forgot to include max equals max. And then those values, right? And then equals min. So the biggest daily loss. Okay, so we've done those calculations, and now we know based on the data that the average daily change in Ethereum price is 0.5%. It has a standard deviation of 6.5%. So if you think of a bell curve, you have the center of the bell curve, the average, the mean at 0.5%, and then within one standard deviation, we add these two. So one standard deviation is +7, and then we subtract one standard deviation. That'll get us to -6, right? 0.5 minus 6.5 is -6. So we know that within one standard deviation, or 68% of all values, will fall between -6% and +7% for daily returns. We know that the highest daily change was 50% gain, and we know that the highest daily loss was a -72% loss. That's what we know from the data. So this is the number that we're really concerned with. And what we're going to do is, now that we know the average daily change in price, we can forecast it into the future. So I'm going to go down to the new section that we added at the bottom where the blanks are. And we're going to add a formula here. So the price tomorrow is going to be today's price times 1 plus this value here. And I'm going to hard code it. So I press F4. And the price tomorrow is expected to be $585. Price today is $583. Tomorrow it's $585. And the day after that, it's going to be $588. Okay. And so I'm just going to continue this all the way down into the future. Okay. And I can see here on 2022-0101, January 1st, 2022, I get a price of $3,872. Now, that seems high to me. That's far higher than Ethereum has ever gone. Like the highest Ethereum's ever been in the past was $1,400. $3,872 seems really high to me. But like I said, forecasting is imperfect, and any prediction that somebody gives you about the price of Ethereum or Bitcoin in the future is just a shot in the dark. It's just their best guess. And if you ask 100 people, they're going to give you 100 different methodologies for how they came up with their number, right? Even just between the average person, like some people don't see the underlying technology as valuable. So they might think that the price is actually going to decrease in the long term. I don't think it's realistic for Bitcoin or Ethereum to, like, I don't see Bitcoin going to $1 anytime soon. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think the days of $1 Bitcoin are long gone, and that's never, ever, ever going to happen. And yeah, I think with Ethereum, we're just experiencing a lull right now. I think in the future, the price will be higher than it is today. I don't know that it's going to be $3,872 higher, but that's my prediction. And what I did is I walked you through my methodology. I showed you on my screen exactly how I'm calculating these numbers. I arrived at a number which I shared with you, $3,872. And if you made it this far in the video, please like it, comment, and subscribe. It does me a lot of good. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and until next time, take care. Bye.